Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and tonight you're watching me on Bowdabra. So behind the camera, we are back to Dad. So last night, Steven recorded me live on Nick's Seasonal Decor's page. Tonight, Dad's recording me on Bowdabra, and Dad, I forgot to tell you that last night, you know how I get into like rhythms of saying things and stuff like that? I called Steven
Dad. I was watching.
You watched
well, I watched it later that night when I came home,
Dad watched the entire replay. So I accidentally called him Dad, and it was kind of embarrassing. But tonight, we have lots of bows to create. We also have a very simple kind of monochromatic wreath we're going to be doing with you guys, so stick around. So while I pull up the video, Dad's going to show off some of the ribbons we're using today. We have a couple different ones in the mix today. We have this beautiful green, this canvas green down below. We also have this beautiful gingham, and I thought those two looked really nice together. What do you guys think of that combo? You like that combo, Dad?
I like it, yeah.
Me too. So we're going to deal with those. We also have some pinks. We have some purples. Well, not purples. We have some reds, and I think both of those are going to look really nice. So let me just pull up this video real quick. Here's the wire we're going to be using.
None other than Bowdabra wire.
Yes.
100-yard spools.
Exactly. And you guys can be picking up all of this wire and our Bowdabra in the link down below. So in the comment section, we always share an affiliate link, my affiliate link. That way you guys can purchase. And it kind of helps us keep track as to how many of you guys are purchasing the Bowdabra. But without further ado, let's create our very first bow with my little comb over. Look at my comb over, you guys. So I got a comb over tonight. That is okay. Probably a little bit greasy, but we're going to get through this together. So we're going to use our large Bowdabra. So Bowdabra comes in two different sizes. We have the large and we also have the mini. Tonight we're going to be using the large because we're creating wreath bows tonight. So I'm going to take it actually extra slow today. I know lots of you guys think I work kind of fast, and I'm just so used to doing it at this point that I kind of forget that, some of you have never made a bow before. So we're going to take our wire. I just cut a length. This is probably like a 24, 26-inch length. And I'm just going to tuck it underneath my Bowdabra to get it out of the way. And also, you guys, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon tonight. The color choices are red, silver, and I believe gold. So if you would like to win a free roll of ribbon, all you have to do is just comment down below, and you could be our lucky winner of the night. So with this one, Dad, should we do traditional or should we do funky?
It's a funky color. I'd go funky.
You go funky? So this reminds me of like ice creams, and I don't know why.
I know, it looks like the sherbet.
It does look like sherbet. That's what it is. Steven loves sherbet.
Oh, he loves it. The watermelon especially.
Yes, he loves sherbet. Me, I like things a little bit more like, what's the word? Decadent, like chocolates. And stuff like
want a hot fudge sundae now.
Yes, that's my thing. But Steven's always been he's had the sweet tooth. Not saying we don't have sweet tooth. So obviously we do, Dad. But Steven likes
his gummies, all that
stuff like that. Whereas me and you would like have a full-on meal instead. But we're gonna just take some ribbon, create it so it kind of looks like awareness ribbon. You see that? We're gonna just take a piece and place it into our Bowdabra like so. And you can do one of two things. And I see we're over 300 viewers. Thank you, guys. Karen would love to win. Again, if you're interested in any of the products, you can click the link down below. Bowdabra has pinned it. And you guys can go pick your Bowdabras and your wires and your ribbons and all sorts of goodies. So we'll do another piece. And then after this piece, I'll show you guys how to do it while just working it into the Bowdabra. So we'll take that, work it in, almost 400. Keep those likes and shares coming our way, you guys. We appreciate it. And if you do enjoy us on Bowdabra each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, definitely let us know. And before I talk myself out of what I'm doing, I got to focus for a second because I was just going to cut another piece. So we're going to take our ribbon. We placed our last tail this way. So I just like to rotate my bow, or my Bowdabra in this case, pinch our ribbon, place it into the Bowdabra like so. Give it another quarter of a twist, or half a twist, and cut it off like that. So you can either cut the pieces outside if you want to make them all the same length, or what you can do, like we're doing here, is we're just taking it, placing it into our Bowdabra, and working it in. So what do I always say, Dad? When it comes to measurements, like what do I do?
You never measure. You just
I never measure.
Go by eye and just
If it looks good to the human eye, it's going to look good in its finished form. So don't sit there and be super particular, you guys. It'll just cause you a big headache. So we have 3, 4. Let's do another.
I'm loving this ribbon, Nick.
I know it's pretty.
It's wicked nice.
I have so many rolls of this for whatever reason, but it is pretty. All right, cut our final tail. And what we can do with this too, you guys, is we can actually work in tails, since we forgot to work in tails, we can work them in now. I just have one little leftover piece, so I'm not going to save that roll. So I'm just going to take it and place it into our Bowdabra. So usually we place our tails underneath our bow, right? In today's case, we'll just place it on top. And I see we're at almost 550 viewers. Thank you guys. Let us know how your day has been so far. We haven't done anything too exciting. We packed some orders this morning that shipped out. We still have more to go tomorrow. We're running a little bit behind today.
We're at over 600.
Wow, thank you guys. That was fast. Now what we're doing is just taking our wire, pulling it from behind, and securing it. So, you know, I just twisted it one time, but even if you just pulled it from behind and you had to step away, that's the beauty of working with this wire and this kind of technique, is that, you know, if you let it go, it's not going to fall completely apart. Doesn't mean it's secure, but it's nice that it's not going to, you know, completely fall apart. So now what we'll do is we'll quickly dovetail those. Reason I like to do this on camera is that way I can give you guys the full beauty and the full impact of what these bows look like in the end. So that's what it's all about, you guys. I can't tell you how, like, I'd say probably a fraction of the population can make a bow. So if you can make a bow, you're, you know, one step ahead of everybody else. You know, people will come to you for bows, for gifts and stuff like that. And you know, I know lots of you guys just make bows for yourselves, but you can absolutely be selling your bows too. People will definitely spend good money because making a bow is no easy task. So we'll just finish up dovetailing our 3 other tails. And then, Dad, what should we do? Should we make another bow? Should we make a bow for the wreath that we have tonight? We could do anything, really.
We could do anything, yeah.
So, last tail, I swear. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us once again.
Reminds me of Easter, I know, Donna. So it's a little bit brighter for me. When it comes to Easter, you guys, I like my colors to be very natural and very, very pastel if I'm using colors. I kind of like, when I think of Easter, I think of like moss and, you know, stuff like that. So I guess I'm a little bit different. See, there's that tail, you guys.
You always forget one.
I always forget one. What do you think, Dad? Well, you always liked brighter colors and stuff like that. But for me, if I could just work with, you know, beige and shades of greens and whites forever, I absolutely would. I love just, you know, simple colors, nothing too showy.
I love these bright colors, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad, but just for my own style, I like them to be a little bit softer. But that is a pretty bow.
It is pretty.
You can also trim up the tails, too. That's another thing, you guys. Better off having excess ribbon than not enough. And there we go. A very simple bow that you can work into anything. So next, let's create a spring bow. So this is going to be blue. Blue is a very pretty color for spring, especially a pastel like that. So we made a funky bow. Let's do another type, and then we'll also do a double ribbon bow. So stick around.
Don't forget the Bowdabra wire also comes in gold as well.
Yes, silver and gold. So I'm using silver because I think I pretty much use gold for certain times of year. So like St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, you could be using it, which we're going to have a bow for that. You can also be using gold for Christmas. But for the rest of the year, I kind of like just using the silver. But they do sell both. So what we're going to do is cut another length of tails. I'm going to dovetail these ahead of time. That way we don't forget. And we don't have to do it in the end. Take our ribbon. Place the tails in to start off with. I think that's the best way of bow making. Now we'll come back in with our ribbon. Place it so that you have a little bit of an overhang. Take your ribbon, pinch and twist. So as I said earlier, if you guys enjoy these videos on Bowdabra, definitely let us know. It really pushes me to continue making tons and tons of bow making videos. And I'd say over the years, the last 4 years, we've probably created, I'd say 200 bow videos, Dad, by now.
Wow.
Right? Or at least 200 demos of bows.
Yeah.
So we're going to repeat this process over and over again. Yes, Michelle, you can get your Bowdabra in the link down below. Pinch and twist.
Don't forget to say you guys want to win the free ribbon.
Yes, Bowdabra's giving away a free roll of ribbon tonight, you guys. And who doesn't want free ribbon? All right, so we have 4 on this side, 4 on this side. Let's just do one more, just for the heck of it. Place that our final tail into the Bowdabra. Now what we can do is take our wires, bring them to the middle, and pull tight. So as I said before, it's not secured, but it's secured enough where you can just drop it and let it be. Now we're going to take our wires, bring them to the back side of our bow, and tie it. So tie it, 3 or 4 times to really make sure it's secured. You don't want it to fall apart. And now we can fluff, and it's all about the fluff, you guys. So as I've been saying now, you can be using the most high quality, expensive ribbon in the world. If you don't know how to fluff, it's needless and pointless to be using crazy expensive ribbon. So make sure that you pull those ribbons apart, pull those tails apart, get everything looking nice and uniform, get any kinks and creases out, and that's how you really get the best bows. So here we have a traditional bow, nothing too full and thick because, you know, for spring, I don't like my bows to be too congested. And you can just constantly fluff that. So the thing about fluffing is that you can fluff for all of eternity. So you have to know when to stop, right, Dad? So if it looks good to you, don't sit there and mess around with it too much because you will drive yourself crazy because everything could always be fluffed. And that's what I'm doing.
Pretty color, too.
Yes, it is a pretty color. So we're going to create another bow. Oh, my gosh, this comb over, Dad.
I think it looks fine.
You guys like the comb over?
Comb over looks fine. Got a couple hairs sticking up in the back. You're starting to look like alfalfa a little bit.
I need a haircut again already, you guys. I just got one.
Me too. I just got one a week ago, and my hair already grew 2 inches. And it's like, I swear to
I
God.
get that from you, Dad, because the rest of our family's bald, but you...
Thank God we don't use fertilizer.
Right? I know. I could use the same stuff that I use for my plants. So now what we're going to do is use these two together, and I think that's such a great combo. So we're going to do a different bow tonight. We're going to do a combo bow, but they're going to be separated. It's not going to be kind of put together in the same way. So we're going to take our ribbon. I want to have some long tails, and this ribbon tends to have pieces sticking out like that occasionally. It's not the best ribbon, but like I always say, you guys, make it work. You can always make it work. So we'll take this tail, place it into our Bowdabra like so. Now what we can do is come back in with our gingham, and I love gingham. So this is different from buffalo plaid. As you can see, the striping on it is a lot more narrow, but this is one of my favorite ribbons of all time. I love it that much. So we'll cut some tails of this now. If you want to make them even, you can. I don't really care about that. I like them to be kind of uneven. I think it looks best. Love the hair. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, Izzy. So now we're going to come back in with the green. So like I said, we're doing it in two separate ways. So we're going to start with our first loop. We're going to create a loop about, I don't know, 5.5, 6 inches. This is not going to be a small bow. Right? Then we're going to pinch and twist. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. There we go. Pinch and twist. I like to move my Bowdabra with my hands. If you don't, you don't have to. You can definitely just leave your Bowdabra where on the table like it is, and then just move, you know, your hands instead of the Bowdabra. I like moving my Bowdabra instead of my hands. So with any tool in your shop, and we say this about everything, you guys, any tool in your shop, you're going to have to learn how to maneuver with your own hands. That goes with scissors, rotary cutters, every single tool. You have to figure out how to use it for your hands. So, you know, just practice with it, play around with it, and that's really how you kind of learn the art of bow making. So I see we're over at 600 viewers. Thank you all very much. We appreciate all of the likes and shares.
Nick, I'm not seeing any comments. I'm just seeing people that are watching. It's not showing any
so
comments.
I can read comments
Yeah,
now.
that's why I haven't read any.
Love the combination. Thank you, Donna. That's why we always got to back up, you guys. We're always prepared. All right. Somebody said, hey, be glad you still have hair.
That's true.
Hey, I have some gray hairs already, you guys. So I've had 3 or 4 gray hairs since 2017. I was still a senior in high school when I had gray hair. But, you know, that's okay. That's a little dye can fix that. So now we're going to come back in with our gingham. And we're going to do, let's do 2 loops on either side. How's that sound, Dad?
Sounds good.
So we'll do 2 loops about 1 inch or so smaller than the other ones. And then we'll do a button loop. And I know people have different names for that, but I think the word button is funny, so I like calling it a button loop. So there's our first loop on either side. Now we'll come back in with our second. And you can also use the Bowdabra wand. So this is the wand. You can compress your ribbons in like that. As you can see, I don't use it. And it's all about preference and what you know works for you. So you don't have to use it, or you don't have to make it the way I do.
But it's there, so hey.
It's there.
Yeah.
If you want to use it, it comes with the box. So now we're going to finish it off with a little button. So this one's only going to be about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 inches or so, if that. Now we're done with our bow. We can take our wire, bring it to the middle, and pull tight. Like so. Take it out of your Bowdabra. It's secured, but not secured. So now we got to actually secure it. So we're going to take our wires from behind, create a knot. I used to call this a slip knot, but that's clearly not a slip knot. So we'll do 2 or 3 knots, make sure it's secured. when you first held the colors up, I was like, no, but I actually like that. So Kim, you know, that happens a lot, and that happens when we're, you know, designing personally too. Give things a shot. That's how you learn, and that's how you kind of put colors together. So me and Alex actually, you know, went to school for 2 different things. I went with, you know, floristry, and she went with fashion design, and we both learned, you know, the color theory and all about colors and stuff like that, which has definitely helped. So if you struggle with putting colors together, definitely look at the color wheel. But you know what I've always done, even before I was in school and just, you know, for as long as I can remember, I've always just given things a shot, tried it. If it looks good to me, if the colors look like they look well to me, that's all that really matters. You know, usually your eyes are pretty much, you know, good judgments, unless you're my dad who can't see colors at all.
I can see colors.
Probably not. So
some of them fool me, though.
Dad's painted Bella's drum a few years back, and it was the most putrid yellow-orange color in the world, and he thought it was just a beige, and he fought us tooth and nail for that. Finally, we got our way because that color was atrocious. So I don't rely on Dad when it comes to colors. But
I remember that. Yes. I painted 2 coats in the morning, then I had to paint 3 coats in the afternoon because I didn't like the color.
I did not like that color, you guys. So we'll come back to our wreath now. So where do I want my bow? I'm going to place it. I say where do I want it, but we go with what we always do. So upper left-hand corner or so. Secure it by taking your bow, placing it on your form, tying it tight. And that's not tight now. So what we're going to do is take the wire, bring it up to the front, and then tie it again, just to really make sure it's not going anywhere. Okay, 1 knot. We'll do 2 or 3. Make sure it's in there, you guys. If the bow falls off your wreath, there goes your entire wreath, you know. So always make sure your bow is nice and secure. Now we can cut off the excess wire, like so. Give our bow a quick little fluff. We don't have to go too crazy at this point because we do have some greenery and some flowers to work in. So Mondays are my favorite days of the weeks because they are the busiest day. We do 3 videos back to back on Mondays. So we are live on Bowdabra at 7. We are live in Nick's exclusive Wreath community at 8. And then we are live on Nick's seasonal decor thereafter. So it's my favorite day of the week because I get to see 3 of my favorite crowds of all time, and it can't get any better than that. So there's our bow. Haven't touched the tails yet, and we usually don't until kind of towards the end of the project. But now we got to come back in with some greenery. So yes, join Bowdabra's Facebook group. They pinned the comment down below. And be sure to toss them a follow and a like as well. And if you're finding me through Bowdabra, you know, definitely reciprocate that as well because we appreciate that. Bowdabra is live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern with me, and then they also do some pop-up lives occasionally. And I'm not sure if Sandy is live tonight. Lately, she's been going live after me on this page. So, Bowdabra, let us know if Sandy will be live tonight.
Look at you, Nick, using dill bush again.
I am using the dill bush. It's my favorite. So Sandy is the creator and owner of Bowdabra, and she is one of the sweetest ladies in the world. So definitely watch her videos too because she is amazing. She really is. And I can't wait to meet her one day. We are going to be, you know, hopefully meeting up in the near future. But who knows with everything going on in this world. But that's the goal. Okay.
Bowdabra's not going live after us tonight.
Bowdabra's not going live. No. So, like I said, they pop in live occasionally. So definitely if you click that like button and that follow button, you will be alerted every time they go live and every time I go live with them.
Yep.
Okay. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Now what we can do too is we can actually take our tails and start manipulating them. So with my tails, I always like to kind of, does the Bowdabra come in various sizes? If so, what size do you have? So that's a great question, Betsy. So this is the Bowdabra, the large Bowdabra, and give me 1 sec.
The mini's so cute.
Oh my gosh, it's the cutest
And
thing,
there's
guys.
the mini.
Look at how cute the mini is. So if you do hair bows and stuff like that, this is definitely a go-to. We don't do a whole lot of hair bow. Actually, we don't do any hair bows at all. So Sandy definitely knows how to create lots of pretty hair bows. But we did use the mini Bowdabra last month creating some poinsettias, which was really fun to do. Remember we did that?
Oh, that was, yeah, I loved it, yeah.
It was fun. You know, give things a shot, you guys. That's how you kind of develop what you like, what you don't like. You know, we all have such different styles and tastes that, you know, we're bound to find something we like eventually. So, you know, my philosophy is you don't have to like every one of my designs or every bow we make or anything. But if you feel inspired by it and, you know, try something different or use a different color scheme, that's really where the magic comes from. Through your own designs, you guys. So we are done with greenery. Let's work in a couple flowers. Don't need to go overboard. So we'll take some of these. You know what these are, Dad?
Nope.
They have a funny name.
Ranunculus?
Ranunculus.
I got it right?
You got it right.
Wow.
Thank you, Izzy. Izzy says, I love everything you make. You guys are the best.
Don't ask me another question tonight because I like to be one for one.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to ask you a question, Dad. We created a centerpiece on my page the other week. I think last week. What were the flowers we used? The centerpiece is in our bathroom.
Oh my God, you have to do this to
This
me
is a quiz
again.
that I always have to quiz him on, you guys, because he keeps forgetting the word.
I keep forgetting that word. I do.
Gail says Michael says the small one on sale. Awesome. What's the word, Dad?
Oh my God,
It starts with an O.
how can I not remember that all the time?
Do
I
you
love
guys
that
remember
too.
that centerpiece we created the other day? See if you guys can help Dad out, because I'm not giving him the answer. We created a pre-recorded video making a centerpiece for my own home, and we used one particular flower. Just one flower.
One of my favorite flowers, so I don't know why I keep having brain freeze on that flower.
I'm sure they can help you out. So let's see. All right, so I'm just taking some of this. We can even tuck it into the bow like that. I think that looks pretty too. Softens it. We'll take another piece, place it up top too.
It's a cute design, Nick.
Cute, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Something simple. So we'll snip off some of these. Another. Let's see. Everybody's getting it right, you guys.
I can't see, so.
Rose says, I like your style. So they're all saying orchid.
Orchids.
That's
Why
right,
do I
right,
forget
Dad?
that?
He keeps forgetting that.
I got to remember the movie, The Blood Orchid. That's what I got to remember.
Or just orchid. All right. I have one more piece of greenery that we cut. We'll just work that in. Making kind of a slightly more ornate wreath tonight. And things don't have to be complicated. I say that a lot. But the reason I say it is a lot because I started in the same position as you guys with bow making. And I overcomplicated things, you know, and it just didn't work in my favor. So when you sit there and stress over things, that is going to stress you out and make you go crazy if you're anything like me. So there is our pretty little wreath. We can do something with those tails once we hang it up on our wall, which we're not going to do tonight, but I think that looks very pretty. Let's see how much time we got left. Maybe we have some time for another bow, in which we do. So hands up if you guys like this wreath. And if you haven't commented down below yet, Bowdabra will be announcing a winner in just a couple of minutes. So if you're interested in a free roll of ribbon, comment down below. That's all you have to do.
I want to win. That's all you got to say.
That's all you got to say. So we'll cut another length of this beautiful wire. And this wire is very thin. It's not a thick gauge wire, but the
Strong, though, yeah.
coating on it, the kind of wrap, it's kind of like a rope, you guys. Whatever's coating this is very, very strong. And
Good stuff, definitely.
Unless you seriously rip it apart, it should stay exactly where it is. So I'm thinking for the next bow, I really want to use this. This ribbon is definitely my style. Love the bow. Thank you, Marianne. So Marianne was one of our group members, and she also came to a show that we did in Boston for Jacobs and Floral. We hosted a class there, and Marianne's just awesome. So you guys are truly some of the best people I have ever met. You guys are like our extended family. So we appreciate every night that you guys come and hang out with us. Okay, for this bow, Dad, what do you want to say? It's up to Dad.
Do something different.
Something different?
Yeah, you did a funky already. Do something different.
So let's do kind of another 3-2-1 bow, but we're going to just be using this ribbon because I like it that much and I don't want to take away from it. So we'll dovetail. We'll just cut at an angle, actually. Let's do that.
Let me know when they announce a winner, Nick, because I can't
Yes,
see.
I will. So Peggy wants to win. All these people would love to win. Wreath is pretty. Thank you, Jennifer. Very simple. You know, obviously we make big, ornate, you know, fancy reeds, but I'm a firm believer in just doing simple things sometimes.
Yeah, it came out really nice.
So nothing too crazy on it. We just used 1.5 bushels of greenery, if that. And then, what did we use? 1 flower spray?
Oh, the winner is Carol Rodriguez. I could see that. Congratulations, Carol.
Congratulations, Carol. Carol just won herself a free roll of scrunchy ribbon. So, Carol, the color choices are red, silver, and gold. Comment down below. Not comment down below. Message Bowdabra with your preference, and they will be more than happy to send it your way. So for this, we'll do 3 loops on either side. These are going to be about 4.5, 5-inch loops. And then what we'll do is we'll come back in with more loops. And then our button loop, the infamous little button. All right, there's our 3 loops. Come back in with more. So each Monday that we're live at 7 p.m. Eastern, Bowdabra does give away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon. So keep that in mind. Every time I'm live on Bowdabra's page, there always is going to be a giveaway with them. And all you have to do is comment. I mean, it's not like you don't have to go anywhere and do anything. Just say you'd like to win.
Get to watch a fun video, fun live, and get to win something
Yeah.
maybe, yeah?
And, you know, how many winners have we had through Bowdabra saying that they've never won anything, and then all of a sudden, it's their lucky day?
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. So what we're going to do now is do our little button loop. So we did 3 4.5 to 5 inch, 2 on either side that were about 3.5 to 4 inch, and then our final one is going to be about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And that is going to be it. Compress it either using your hands like I do, or take your wand, place it into your Bowdabra, and compress your ribbons. Take your wire, bring it to the middle, tie it tight, and that's it. Now we're going to take our wire, bring it to the back. And how's this bow looking so far, Dad?
It just looks like a bunch of ribbon.
Looks awful, right? Now we're going to take this bow and turn it into something beautiful. All right, so again, if you're interested in purchasing any of Bowdabra's items, you can use the affiliate link in the comments section.
That's a pretty ribbon, by the way.
It is a pretty ribbon.
Really
So
nice. I like
separate those 3 loops to start off with. Then we can come back in with our 2 loops. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ribbons. That's why I didn't want to put anything with it. So you guys know I like keeping things simple, and I don't like taking away from other things. So I think if we combine this ribbon with something else, it just wouldn't look right, you know? We actually did something different with this bow. Not even meaning to, Dad. You know what we did?
No.
We created only 1 loop on one side. So by separating it, it created kind of like a little triangle in the heart of our bow too.
Huh.
So let me just fluff that out a little bit more, you guys. And let me find the other wire so I can hold it up from the back. Cool, right?
It is cool.
Something different. That's what it's all about. Trying something new. And you can constantly fluff. Like I said, you could fluff for days, you could fluff for weeks. If you're still not liking it, after you've kind of fluffed it out, go watch a movie. Go get a snack, go to bed, take a shower, come back, and then you can, you know,
fluff away again.
Because I see so many people kind of lose hope with the design and just give up. I've been there. I have done that. But if you're not loving your bow, sit on it. You'll like it eventually. All right, so there is that bow. Let's see how we're doing on time. We got 3 minutes left. Should we do a quick little simple bow?
Why
love
not?
that one. This one's probably my favorite from tonight.
That's really nice.
This one
I
and
like
the Wreath bow. I love those. So let's do one simple bow. Should we do the orange or should we do the yellow?
Do the yellow.
Do the yellow? Okay.
Do you have enough there? No,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got plenty. So let's do the yellow. So Terry doesn't see a link, so Bowdabra will be back in and they'll post the link down below so you guys can order. But we're going to cut another length of our wire. Joy says need a theme song. Fluff, 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 fluff. So Francine asked where I'm from. So I was born and raised in Massachusetts. We still live in my hometown, population 5,000, in a little tiny town. So we're very rural here, but we're only about a half hour or so away from Boston. You know, let's say 45 minutes if I'm driving, a half hour if Dad's driving, 6 minutes and 30 seconds if Alex is driving. So what we're going to do now, we cut some tails. These are short tails. We're going to come back in with, let's just do 2 loops on either side. And then a button loop. So there's 1 loop on either side. And Bowdabra acts as a third hand, keeping everything in place. So
I like this orange too.
Hold it. I know. Oh wait, you said yellow, and I'm using.
It's okay.
Orange.
I like this one too.
Yeah, I like the orange too.
It's really nice.
I've never actually been a huge fan of orange, but this year, I think 2021 is going to be year of orange in my shop. We've already done a couple projects with orange, and I like it. What do you guys think about orange?
One of my favorite colors.
Is it?
I used to love the old cars that were orange.
Oh yeah,
remember?
you love cars that are orange.
Yeah. The old ones, the 70s. Yeah.
We're gonna take our wire, bring it to the back. Love that area up there. I am from North Georgia. Awesome. Thank you, Ann. How many pairs of scissors you go through in a month? What is bad scissors? So I am still on the original pair from 2 years ago. So treat your friends and your family with respect. Treat your tools with respect, and they should last a good long time. I don't use expensive equipment. Fiskars are obviously a little bit more expensive than our Betty Crocker scissors like back in the day. But still, you know, when you calculate it out, they last a very long time. And Dad bought me like 5 pairs of Christmas scissors. So
get your coupons.
yeah,
and
get your coupon.
Yeah.
And he knows better than not using a coupon now, you guys. He knows better because if he doesn't use a coupon, it goes right back and then gets repurchased through Yaya with a coupon. So there's our little simple 2-loop bow with a little button bow in the middle, or button loop. So we created this, we created this, we created this, we created another bow, a traditional bow using this beautiful blue. And we created a wreath tonight in this short half hour. So let us know which one's your favorite. And I want to thank you all so very much for watching us each Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Bowdabra. I want to thank Sandy for having me as a guest each week. I enjoy my time with you guys. And more than anything, I hope I've inspired you to create a bow if you haven't yet, or maybe, taught you a few tricks of the trade on making bows. So yeah, thank you guys so much. We will see you all next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can order through the link in the comment section. And with that being said, I'm Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and thank you for watching me on Bowdabra. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.